A true crime reconstruction. Highway 76 does not forgive mistakes. It winds north through scrubland and broken hills, a two-lane scar carved decades ago to move freight faster than people were ready to travel. During the day, it looks harmless. Sun-bleached asphalt, faded mile markers, the occasional rusted cross at the shoulder. At night, it becomes something else. Veteran truckers say the road remembers panic. That it holds the echo of engines screaming too hard, brakes locking too late, prayers whispered through clenched teeth. Police logs don't record that kind of thing. They record times, speeds, impacts. But on the morning of October 14th, Highway 76 added another memory. One that began with a robbery that should have taken 90 seconds, and ended with a man deciding whether redemption was worth dying for. Marcus Red. Marcus Red was 42 years old and already tired of surviving. He had grown up in East Ridge, a place where ambition was something you learned to hide. His father taught him 2 rules before disappearing into prison: never beg and never owe. Marcus broke the second rule early and spent the rest of his life paying it back. Red wasn't loud. He didn't posture. His authority came from stillness, the way he watched people long enough to learn their weak moments. By the time most men raised their voices, Red had already decided the outcome. He didn't enjoy violence. He simply accepted it. Timo Alvarez. Timo was the opposite: restless, fast, addicted to motion. He learned to drive before he learned restraint, stealing cars for joyrides at 13 and outrunning consequences until they felt optional. He told himself he was just the wheelman. "I don't hurt anyone," he liked to say. He never asked what happened after the engine stopped. Just Jay Calder. Jay Calder had panic baked into his bones. He carried a gun because it made him feel less small. He talked because silence reminded him of childhood nights hiding under a bed while his father smashed dishes and promises alike. Jay believed fear was strength. It wasn't. Eric Lane. Eric Lane did not belong with them. He was 33, an auto mechanic who had once dreamed of opening his own shop. But dreams don't pay hospital bills, and when his daughter Lila needed surgery at 5, Eric borrowed money from the wrong man. From Marcus Red. Red didn't threaten him. Didn't raise his voice. He simply said, "You'll work it off." And Eric nodded. That was how ordinary men become criminals, one nod at a time. The Carson Plains Federal Credit Union was chosen for 3 reasons. It closed early. It backed up to an unlit service road. Its night security system had not been updated in 12 years. Red had studied it for weeks. The plan was simple. Enter at 2:47 a.m. Disable the alarm. Force the manager to open the secondary vault. Leave by 2:49. No hostages.no gunfire.no witnesses. Red repeated this before they exited the van. "Speed is control," he said. "We don't rush. We don't improvise." Jay nodded too hard. Eric swallowed. Timo checked the mirrors. None of them noticed the janitors finishing their shift inside. The first thing that went wrong was timing. The second was fear. When the doors burst open, the janitors froze, mops midair, eyes wide. Eric raised his hands instinctively, as if apologizing without words. Red adjusted instantly. Phones down. Nobody moves. The janitors complied. Then the manager appeared. Older. Stubborn. "I don't have access," he said. "I can't open that vault alone." Red knew that was a lie. Jay didn't. "Stop lying." Jay shouted, gun shaking. "Open it." "Jay," Red said calmly. "Lower it." The manager stepped forward. Jay fired. The sound was deafening in the enclosed space. The manager collapsed, blood spreading across tile that had been polished minutes earlier. For a moment, no one moved. Eric felt his soul detach from his body. Red stared at Jay, not with rage but with disappointment. Then the alarm began to scream. They fled with less than half the intended cash. The van roared to life, tires shrieking as Timo floored it. Sirens erupted within 2 minutes. Eric looked back through the rear window, watching the credit union disappear. "I think he's dead," he whispered. No one answered. Inside his pocket, his fingers brushed something plastic, the manager's keycard. He didn't remember taking it. Only remembered kneeling, trying to stop the bleeding, and the card slipping loose. Eric kept it, not knowing why. Yet, Daniel Mora had been a state trooper for 12 years. He liked night shifts because they were honest. Fewer complaints. Fewer lies. Just people and the roads they tested. When the call came in, he felt it before he heard it. Armed robbery. Shots fired. He spotted the van near mile marker 61. No plates. Too fast. He flipped the lights. The chase began. Sirens change people. Inside the van, time compressed. Jay rocked back and forth, mumbling. Timo grinned like a man riding a wave he couldn't control. Eric stared at the road, heart slamming. Red watched the mirrors. "Don't zigzag," Red said. "That's how amateurs crash." Behind them, Mora radioed for backup. The van accelerated past 110. The road narrowed, and the helicopter lifted off. Lieutenant April Singh arrived at headquarters before the coffee finished brewing. She studied the live feed with practiced calm. 4 suspects. Point 1 confirmed fatality, speeds exceeding safe pursuit thresholds. Singh had been a negotiator once. She read fear like weather. "Zoom on the rear passenger," she ordered. Eric Lane appeared on screen, hunched, shaking. "That one breaks," she said quietly. Old Quarry Pass loomed ahead. No guardrails, sheer drop, fatal history. Mora's voice tightened. "They're heading into the pass. Maintain distance," Singh ordered. "No pit until straight away." Inside the van, Eric spoke. "We should stop." Jay laughed hysterically. Red didn't look at him. Not yet. The words felt final. Eric understood then. Red wasn't running to escape. He was running to end it. Jay fired first. The blast shattered the rear window. Glass exploded inward. Mora ducked as the round punched his dash. "Shots fired," he yelled. Policy changed instantly. Lethal force authorized. Eric screamed, "Stop." Red disarmed Jay with one swift motion. "No more," he said. But the damage was irreversible. Eric thought of Lila. Of her laugh, of her drawings taped to the fridge, of promises he hadn't meant to break. He felt the keycard in his pocket. Evidence. Truth. A way out. If he lived. He looked at the wheel. At the curve ahead. At Red. And chose. Eric lunged. Hands on the wheel. The van screamed. Tires lost grip. Metal met air. The world inverted. Silence followed violence. Mora arrived seconds later. Smoke, debris, blood. Eric crawled out, hands raised, sobbing. "I'm done," he said. "Please." Mora pulled him clear. Red was gone. Dawn revealed blood leading into the trees. Dogs followed it. Singh questioned Eric. He handed over the keycard. "He killed him," Eric said. "Marcus did." Singh believed him. The truth has weight when it's carried this hard. They found Red near a ravine. Bleeding, alive. When Mora approached, Red didn't reach for the gun. "Lane okay?" he asked. "Yes." Red closed his eyes. "Good." The story broke statewide. The chase, the crash, the dead manager. Jay and Timo pleaded out. Red was sentenced to life. Eric testified. 4 years. Not freedom, but survival. Highway 76 still hums at night. Mora still drives it. Singh still watches screens. Eric counts days. And somewhere between mile markers and memory, the road keeps what it's given. Panic, regret, and the echo of one moment where a man chose not to run anymore.